Awesome. Konnan, let's go ahead and move on to the lightning round. So this is
Yep.
sort of like the fun portion where I ask you like all these silly questions, and you just go ahead and answer them however you choose.
Oh,
So
I
let's go
thought I thought the ones you asked me before were the silly ones. All right.
ahead.
Just kidding.
No, these are the extra silly ones. All
All
right,
right.
here we go. Let's go ahead and get into it. Are you guys ready for a lightning round with Konnan?
Yo, let's do it. Boom.
Yes. Question number 1. What is your favorite piece of memorabilia that you have from your career?
I have this flag that they gave to me when I went to LA, and we had broken a 25-year gate record where we drew like 17,000 people and we left 8,000 people. This is documented. This is not
Was
me.
it LA Sports Arena?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes, I actually have that in my notes. Yes.
And it was ridiculous. We broke a 25-year-old gate record. We never expected it. We didn't know if we didn't know if we were going to be half full or 3/4 full or what it was going to be. It was full with 8,000 people outside. That was incredible. So I have that, and that means a lot to me. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, because I was looking up some of those facts for that, and it was When Worlds Collide. Is correct?
Probably might have been the one right before When Worlds Collide. It's called La Revancha.
Oh, okay, got it. Because I had the one for When Worlds Collide, and I know that was the biggest gate of 1994 at the LA Sports
That was
Arena.
ridiculous because that was Love Machine and Eddie Guerrero losing their hair in one of the greatest matches ever to Octagon and Hijo del Santo, who were two hugely over baby faces. And then I was in the main event in a cage match against the idol of Mexico, Perro Aguayo, who I'd just turned on him. So people wanted to kill me. And the place was rabid because back then, if you remember, in '94, maybe not because you were too young, but they came out with the 187 law, okay? And that was basically a law to keep immigrants out of California and not give them health care. The same shit they're still doing now. So La Raza was super boiling. They were going nuts that night. You know what I'm saying? And they wanted blood. And, we gave them blood, and then they were happy, and it was a great crowd, And like today, you don't see blood that much either.
No, you don't. You really don't.
Is that something that turns you off if you see blood in a match?
No, I'm actually I like it. I'm that person.
Yeah.
I don't watch too much of like deathmatch wrestling, but when I watch it, I very much enjoy it. And I like what GCW does. I think that they do some pretty good stuff similar to that, and I enjoy it. It doesn't turn me off whatsoever. Question number 2: when you're not working or watching wrestling, how do you spend your time off?
Either I read a lot. I'm a voracious reader. I don't know how many books I've read during this pandemic. But I have a whole stack of books there, and I like to read everything from like wrestling to politics to science fiction to sports to right now I'm reading this book about the history of business of hip hop. And, I was reading like how wrestling started. There was stuff I never knew about, was really interesting, and the Mexican mafia. And so whatever piques my interest, I'm always reading and trying to inform myself.
That's awesome. You should do a Goodreads account. Basically, you put the books that you've read and you rate them, and like you can share your profile and people can see like what books you're reading. That's pretty cool.
I didn't even know that existed. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. Question number 3: if you could have been the lead in any movie, which one would it have been?
1,000% Scarface. Boom.
Question number 4: what was your first impression out of the ring of Rey Mysterio Jr. and then after you saw him in the ring?
The first time I saw him, I was like, who's this little girl? Because he looked like a girl. He was probably like 12. He had very rosy cheeks. Okay. He had really long hair. Okay. And he was very, very skinny. And he was still like not, like in that puberty phase where you couldn't really tell what he was, And so, and then when I saw him in the ring, I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy's incredible. And it was very, very, very hard to convince anybody to use him because he was so small, so skinny, And I remember I would take him to clubs in Hollywood, and you had to be like 18 years old to get in there. And I would bring him in there with me with a mask, and the guy was like, "Hey, what's that kid doing in here?" And I go, "No, he's a little person, and he's very offended that you're and then, oh, I'm sorry. And they would let him in. He would wrestle. And that same bartender would, after the match, go and take a picture of him and ask him for his autograph. And I remember thinking, I'd only been in the year one business, 1 year, Denise. And here's another thing you probably don't even know. I didn't grow up wanting to be a wrestler. I had no clue. I'd never seen Lucha Libre. I had no clue what I was doing. But I did know this kid right here was special. And every time everybody would tell me, hey, no, you can't use him, I go, you don't understand. Look at him. This guy's instant baby face. Everybody's bigger than him. Anybody that touches him, he's going to get sympathy. But not just that. Look at what he can do. So I was always like his biggest promoter, and then Psychosis came, because Psychosis was a whole nother story. Psychosis was rail thin. He was so shy. He wouldn't take off his shirt in public. He was very introverted, but I knew they were going to be big,
Wow, that's so cool. I just love hearing those stories. Question number 5. Besides your own, what is your all-time favorite lucha mask?
There's a whole bunch of them, man. I like the Tinieblas one, but the red one. The red with the black thing, that looks super dope. He has a blue one with the thing like that. That's super dope. I like the Matemáticos, which is pretty sweet because, well, let me tell you, I also like it because matemático in Spanish means mathematician. So listen to how simple and cool this mask is. It's just a white mask. And since he's a mathematician, it's numbers in different colors. So a 1, a 5, a 8. I always thought that was so simple and cool. So I'm a big fan of that mask. What's another mask that I like? Oh, I used to love Mil Máscaras had a brother called Psicodélico. I don't know if you ever saw this mask. It looks like Vertigo, like it's a mask and it goes like that, like that.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Oh, that looks dope. I always used to like that. So I'm a big mask fan. There's a lot of ugly ones out there that I'm like, what are you doing? But there's a lot of nice ones that I like. I like more the classic ones because they were simple. It's almost like I kind of like, and this might be me, old man yelling at the clouds, but I like the old school music because you had to have a singing voice and you had to play instruments. When you hear the music, you hear the instruments, you hear the voice. It's not overproduced. It's not auto-tune. It's not some synthetic BS, And so that's how I like the mask. Back then, they were just simple. Now every mask has horns and like wings and like, dude, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? It looks like a banana split, like 3 scoops of ice cream and fudge and a banana, nuts and a cherry. It's like, what's going on here? Yeah.
I get that. That's so cool.
What's your favorite mask? Boom.
So I actually love the Love Machine one with the red heart, like right here in the center.
That was my best friend.
Yeah, I have the keychain. I have it put away because and it was hard to find because you know how they have the little mask keychains everywhere. That one was very, very hard to find.
That was my best friend. He was very, 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 very talented. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was very. He had his story when I learned it was very heartbreaking, but also very interesting to see a lot of the impact that he had in Lucha Libre. So when I was sort of learning his story, I was very captivated by it. Yeah, and then I just loved the whole character. And
he was a larger than life guy, and that's why and I'm sure you know this, when Eddie Guerrero does the frog splash, it's in tribute to him. When Rey does it, it's in tribute to him, and when Dominic does it, it's in tribute to him. Yeah.
That's incredible. I love it. Question number 6. You spent a lot of time in Mexico. So what is your favorite Mexican dish?
Anything that anybody buys me. Let me see. I'm a huge taquero. So I love, I like tacos de tripa, I like buche, I like suadero, I like, everything, bro. I'm a big taquero,
You're like all the meats.
Yeah. How about you?
I like the carne asada and the chicken. I'm boring. I haven't tried the other ones. I'm too intimidated.
Oh, you'll love them, bro. You got to come to one of my shows one day. I'll invite you if you want to come, because I bring people from LA all the time if you want to ride with them.
I've been wanting to go, but obviously there's the whole you're going to Mexico, so you got to be careful sort of thing. And all
Mexico's cool. Well, now when the COVID opens up, but I'll tell you. And so what we do, because after the show, the boys have to go and look for food at 1 a.m, 2 a.m. Sometimes they just go in their outfit because they don't have time to change. So what I do is I bring a taco guy to the dressing room, and he makes fresh tacos right there. So nobody has to go anywhere. Everybody stays in the dressing room. You have a good camaraderie amongst everybody. We all eat together. We have a good time. There's a good bonding. There's a good union, because to me, locker room chemistry is everything. Everything. All you need is 1 or 2 bad apples and they destroy everything. So I'm gonna invite you one day and you'll have one of those tacos and you're gonna love it.
Yes. Thank you. I've been wanting to. I've never attended a wrestling show in Mexico.
You know who wrestles with me from LA? Do you know Viva Van, the girl wrestler?
I know of her, but I don't actually personally know her.
How about what's this guy's name? Danny, what's his name? The Puerto Rican guy. He's in the NJP dojo. Danny Limelight.
Danny Limelight. Yes, I just had him on the show a few months ago.
Yeah, he comes down, with another guy, Adrian Quest.
Adrian Quest. Yes. Oh, he's really. They're both really great. Actually,
yeah, they're real good. So we use them a lot. If you ever want to come up with that crew, you know what I'm saying?
That would be awesome. Thank you so much. That'd be really cool. Question number 7: have you ever had a job outside of wrestling?
Yeah, but it wasn't a legal job. Yeah.
Oh. I won't press for further details.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was in the military. Okay. I was in the military for 7 years. Yes.
That would definitely count. Yes. Yeah. Question number 8: what music artists are your most played on your playlist?
Man, I have a very eclectic taste, so I'll do everything from, I'll listen to something that's hot right now. Like, for example, I like that song, What's Poppin', the remix. That's tight. I like that. I like that one by Migos and a Young Boy. Whatever that song is, that's bumping. So I'll listen to some new stuff, and then I'll listen to stuff. I like that one. This is very weird. Have you heard that song by Banda Recodo and Snoop Dogg?
No, which one is it?
That's ridiculous. The only song they have together. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll look for it.
It's very recent. So this is what I think happened. Okay. When you go to Long Beach is a lot like Compton. A lot of people think it's just black. No, it's half black and half Mexican. Okay. So I think that I'm sure Snoop grew up in Long Beach hearing Banda everywhere because of all the Mexicans that are there. And I'm sure the Banda guys are hip hop when they were in Long Beach. They decided to make a song together, and it's pretty dope. It's Banda Recodo and Snoop Dogg, or as they call them, Snoop Dogg, because a Mexican can't say the S without the E in front of it.
Yes, yeah.
So I like that song. I like some Banda too, by the way. And then and I listen to old school hip hop. Whether it's Pac or Nas or Biggie or I like. I'm a huge fan of classic rock and roll. I don't think that music that was done in the 70s, like Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, like that's incredible music. It really is.
Never been duplicated.
Yes. You like that type of stuff?
I know a little bit of it, but I'm not like a heavy fan of it.
Oh, you need to. I'm going to send you one of the shows that I do. It's called the music segment. And basically what I do is I'll pick my 5 favorite Led Zeppelin songs and I'll tell a little story about it. And then a fan that comes on with me, he picks his 5. You should hear. Oh, the music's ridiculous. It's incredible. But so I listen to everything: salsa, merengue, Latin urban, Bad Bunny, Ozuna, like all that stuff. And then I'll listen to old school. So I listen to everything, anything and everything. I'm not a big fan of country though.
Oh, that one never got into country, huh? There's always that one genre. Like I like to say though, we listen to everything, but there's that one genre that we don't listen to.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard because when you listen to country, I can't relate to their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right. So hey, my wife left me, and all that, and drinking and all that, and so I just can't relate to it. That's it.
Awesome. Question number 9: who's your favorite person to travel with?
Of all time, probably Rey Mysterio. Yeah.
Awesome. And last question number 10: what's the nicest thing that you can say about Disco Inferno?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
That is great. Konnan, I want to thank you so much for doing this interview with me. I know I took up more of your time than I said I
It's all good.
but thank you so much for chatting with me today. Before we go, feel free to plug in anything you would like to plug in.
Yeah, yo, check me out on Twitter at KONNAN5150. Same on Facebook, and then my podcast is called Keeping It 100 with Konnan, and that's on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Facebook. We've been having record numbers on our Patreon, record numbers on subscriptions, and we discuss absolutely everything from pop culture to sports, the politics to we have segments where we read letters and we put music, and it's a really wild show, So check it out. Maybe bring you on there one day, Denise, and grill you.
I would love to.
Instead of the other way around. And like I said, I'm very happy we got a Latina in the game, a girl in the game, and continued success. And I'm sure we're going to keep running into each other. You work with my boy too, Kevin Kleinrock, right?
Yes. Oh my God, he's been incredible. He just gives me so many opportunities, and I'm just like, thank you.
Yeah, he's a great, great guy who's helped a lot of people, and a lot of people don't know that.
No, he's amazing. Yes. Konnan, thank you so much for everything. Guys, make sure to check out. I'm going to go ahead and post all of the links in the description box so you guys can check out everything. And then also do not forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more. Until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.
Peace.